Hey everybody, happy Sunday night. Oh my goodness, so sorry I'm a little bit later than I expected. I seem to be having problems with my camera here today and my angle, so I'm going a little crazy trying to get it all straight so you can actually see what we're working on tonight. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. My name is Timmy and I am an independent designer and mentor with Chalk Couture, which means I actually get to create fun stuff for a living and make a little extra money and have fun with you guys. So I'm really glad that you're here with me today. Again, we have a couple of projects kind of on tap, all utilizing our Live Deeply collection, which is a great nautical design chalk story that Chalk Couture has put together for us, and I'll explain what a chalk story is in a little bit. But if you're just coming on in, oh, Margaret's here. Hello, welcome. Sorry I was a few minutes late. As I said, I was having a little difficulty with my crazy camera, and I hope I remember to bring in my little prize picker winner. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm around here somewhere, I'm sure. Got very discombobulated when I was trying to find that crazy camera angle to get it to work right. But as you might have seen, thanks for sprinkling. Love that. That's so wonderful of you. Hey, Tracy, welcome. All of you guys have been entered. You've been really great about sprinkling the chalk love those last 2 weeks, and I can't wait to pull our winner a little bit later tonight. If you saw my post earlier in my VIP group, you probably saw what it is that we're going to be working on today. And this was a frame that I liked. I thought it was great, but I kind of wanted to do something different with it. And it's super cute. I know it's super cute, but I wanted to kind of give it a little nautical flair. So I had some fusion paint that I had in kind of a nautical blue color. And so I spent a few minutes earlier today giving it a little bit of a paint job. So let me show you what it now looks like. So there you go. And I'm hoping that when we put this together with some of these awesome designs of the nautical theme, that it's going to really look all together beautiful. So I'm hoping it is. I've got a special person in mind for this project. You know, Mother's Day is coming up, and my mama is at the beach. She is a Florida lover, loves being at the beach, and loves this nautical look. Matter of fact, she found some things already in my online shop that she wanted me to send down to her, but I'm going to find a few more things, I think, to kind of put that all together. And this, I think, is going to be part of it. And I have a really great picture that I'm going to put in there that we took one of the last times I was down visiting her at the beach. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's what we're going to be looking at here today. So let me just get us back here, and oh my goodness, my crazy camera is just nuts. It must be just that time of the day. I don't know. Just crazy. Anyway, it's so nice to see you all here. Brandy, welcome. I think a newcomer. It's great to have you here. Where are you from, Brandy? Love hearing where all you guys log in from and hang out with me. Now, because I was struggling crazily with the camera angle here, I quickly pulled out a bunch of different chalk paste colors that I think we're going to use and coordinate with. Now, the other thing I found that I have had lying around are these cute little antique wooden wagon wheels. And I grabbed them up at a flea market, I think last summer. Hey, Kentucky, awesome. And they are just so stinking cute, aren't they? And I found these napkin rings on clearance, and I've been using them for embellishments for some other things here and there. And I thought, you know what? This napkin ring fits perfectly right over this. And I thought, you know what? Let's get it on here and figure out if it could be an embellishment for one of the pieces that we're going to be doing. Brandy, you've never watched me, or I'm not sure what that means. Now, the other two surfaces I have here that I think we might do some coordination with is our small box frame. And if you haven't seen this before, this is a 5x7 size, and you can either chalk on the inside, this kind of whitewash, or you can actually chalk on the espresso finish on the back. So this comes in 3 different sizes, but this is the 5x7, and then we also have a 9x12, and of course it can go horizontally or vertically. And same thing, you can chalk on either side. So these are wood surfaces. They're considered, as you know, single-use surfaces in Chalk Couture world, which means that basically once you've designed on them, you generally can't remove the chalk paste like you could if you were chalking on one of our chalkboard surfaces. But you know me, I'm always coming up with a few ticks, and oh my goodness, tips and tricks to change things up and even reuse stuff when we're not even supposedly able to. So anyway, so I've got a few pieces here, and I think that I'm going to try to do a little collage. That's kind of my plan. And this might be our little element that ties it all together. I'm not really sure yet, but we're going to figure it out together. Oh, Brandy, well, I'm so glad that you're watching for the first time. It's great to have you here. You're in good hands with a lot of other folks. I know, Barbara, don't laugh at me. You know what? It's Sunday night. You know, it's just like we are trying to figure out what we're doing. You know, that transfer, you know, that we have for our Club Couture this month is perfect for me because the words on it is making it up as I go. That's totally me. Steve was laughing at me when I was doing my my lemon stuff the other day, right? He was like, you don't have a plan, do you? And I'm like, I kind of have a general idea, but you know what? I hope that you guys all help me kind of figure out what exactly we're going to do. So as I said, these nautical designs are part of what we call our Live Deeply Chalk Stories, and every catalog that we put out, that Chalk Couture puts out, they put together a collection of transfers that you can use to kind of mix and match however you want. And there are, I think, 4 transfers in this Live Deeply collection of nautical designs. And this one is called, they all have a name on them here, so thankfully I can remember. This one's called In All Things, and this is, of course, a great little nautical compass, which is really awesome for a lot of fun things. And then there's this cute little fat puffer fish, which I haven't had a chance to use yet, but I think he's really cute. And then we've got some words like Live Deeply and Discover and Chart Your Course, and then, of course, these great ropes that we can use to add some embellishments to. And then these words here that says, in all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. So Aristotle apparently said that. Thankfully, they told me because I wouldn't know that. I know you love me. That's okay. You know what? It's totally fun that we work on this together, right? And try to figure it out. I don't mind. Some days I feel like I got everything all together. And then there are other days when, you know, everything seems to be conspiring against me and I just can't get it right. So, whatever. Hey, Christy, welcome. Great to have you here. So we have 2 giveaways tonight. And that's because, did you all notice that last Sunday I forgot to do a giveaway? I went live earlier in the day and got off of my routine and totally forgot to pick a winner. So we are going to pick 2 winners tonight because you know what? We can. And we're going to decide which pieces of these we want to use. I also did pull out my Endless Wonder transfer. And this is a B-size transfer, again, part of this series. And I think there's some really cute elements that we'll probably incorporate. And the other 2 that are in this chalk series are actually quite large ones. One is a huge coral. It's called, it's our size D transfer, which is 18 by 18 or 20 by 20. It's pretty big. And then there's actually a really awesome octopus also. So, and that's also as big. So I'm using the smaller elements today. So we've got our different size boards that we're going to be working with. We've got our repurposed frame that kind of started this all up, right? And the Chalkpaste colors I've pulled out for this project are iced coffee, almond, so you can see the kind of those, you know, beachy, sandy colors. And then I also grabbed our gold shimmer because I thought that might add a little interesting element here. So we've got those. And then I've got Grige, which is a light gray, very, very light gray. And, you know, I thought maybe with this pretty blue tone, there might be some possibility there. And then I have this color, which, you know what, is very similar to the fusion paint that I used to paint this frame. And this is actually, as you see, there's no label on it. And that's because this was actually given to us when we went to a conference that Chalk Couture offered, and they only gave it out to designers. So it's not a color that's in our inventory, but I have to say I've kind of fallen in love with it, and I've been using it a little bit more frequently, especially with these nautical themes. They seem to go together really well. And you can see that it picks up, you know, the fun colors here in some of our embellishments. So I think those are going to be really fun. So that's what we are going to be working with here today. So I'm going to put this little embellishment guy off to the side because we don't need him right now. And I'm also going to put a few of these things aside, so I'm only working with one thing in the camera at a time as well, because there's a lot of stuff going on here and I'm making myself crazy. I know. You guys know I'm crazy. Some days it's crazier than others. So I think we're going to start with this frame here first. Now, let me just show you, in case you're curious, the paint that I used. It is right here. It's called Fusion Paint, and the color here is Heirloom. This has been fun. I've used this on a lot of different things. It's similar to chalk paint in terms of it kind of going on in a one coat, and it can go on pretty much anything. So I've been kind of playing around with it and trying it out on different surfaces. Hey Anna, welcome. Feeling better today, my love? I hope so. So the question is, where are we going with this and where are we putting what? I think I'm going to start with the starfish because that's the one I think my mama's going to love the most. Now, I've used these transfers before. If you've seen some of my past projects, you might have seen that I've used them. That's one of the great things, of course, about Chalk Couture transfers is that they are silk screen and they are reusable. They just wash up with water, and then you can use them over and over again. So super cool, right? You can get about 8 to 10 uses out of them, and you can totally use them on pretty much anything you want. One of the things that I think would be really fun, and maybe I'll do it as another project later on this week in my lives, is actually make a pillow with the different elements from these. I think the fish and the starfish and the shell would be really fun elements on a square pillow. Oh, fusion paint. It's like chalk paint. It's just like it goes on really smoothly. It's water-based and it's got great durability. It's usually for painting furniture. I found it when I went to a flea market, and they had these gorgeous colors, and they had used it on all sorts of things, older things to kind of repurpose and make new. And I grabbed a few sample colors. They came in these cute little packets, and then this larger heirloom color because it was just so gorgeous I had to grab it. So it's pretty great in terms of coverage. You just need like a very little bit, and it is got gorgeous color. So I've got our Live Deeply here. Okay, so I was wondering if it will fit on here, and I think it will. So I'm thinking that we're going to put our starfish don't know if I need that figure one. I think I'm going to remove him. And notice I'm letting the starfish hang off to the side. I am absolutely fine with that. I think it's going to look really cute. And then I've got a great picture of me and my mama that I'm going to put in there, I think. I'm very fortunate, although I don't get to see her often, that I do have my mama that I can hang out with when we go and visit down south. And then I think the other one is right here, this Live Deeply. I think that's what we're going to use on the top. I think the script is really pretty, and I think it's going to look really nice up here. And that fits there just perfectly. So, like it was made for it, right? I love it. I love it. I know, the starfish is so pretty, right? Oh, sorry to hear, Anna, that it's still a little up and down in terms of how you're feeling. It is not fun to not feel well, I know. So, what do you think for colors, guys, for these? I have, these are the three that I'm thinking I would use. The gold, this iced coffee, which is a little bit of a darker tan, and then the almond, which is a really lighter, almost off-white. I think maybe this might be fun up here. And this sand color, I think, down here. I think that's what we'll try. I think that's all good. All right, so before we get started, of course, we just want to open up our chalk paste. If you haven't used it in a little bit, you want to make sure that you give it a good stir. If it's brand new, you'll want to give it a good stir. This one's in awesome, pretty good shape, actually. It's a nice consistency. See, it's kind of like yogurt. That's exactly what we want it to be like, so that's perfect. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and open up almond and gold. All right, so you were saying gold instead of the iced coffee. Well, that might be a good idea. Let me see if I can find one more stir stick here in my bag of tricks. Ugh. My pup is hanging out with me, and she is doing some stinkiness, and I don't like it. Since I keep cutting off my head since I'm so close here, I'm going to change our camera view. So you can't see me anymore for the moment. Now this one feels a little thicker to me, and of course it's a little by touch, but you can see it's not quite as drippy as the other. So I'm just going to spritz a little water in here and give this a stir. And I'm still looking around to see what I did with my little truck that's got all of my entries for our giveaways. I think I might have left it in my office. Maybe Mr. Steve will come and visit and we can ask him. Tracy likes the iced coffee. All right, you know what? We're going to open them all, and then maybe that will help us come to a consensus. It's one of the great things, honestly, about Chalk Couture is that you can totally customize this look to your taste. So I might use a color that you think, not really for me, but that's okay. That's one of the great things about using Chalk Couture. It's got so many awesome different colors, and you can use the ones that you like best for your creations. The gold is fun, but I almost think it's a little too dark. I'm going to go, I think, with Tracy's suggestion here. For this one anyway. We're going to hold that aside though, because we may very well come back to it and use it again. So I think we're going to use this one here for our starfish. And I always like to dab on some of the chalk paste onto my screen and then use my squeegee to spread it. I just find it gives me a little bit more time, and I don't have to worry about dunking it in my paste jar, not having enough, you know. So you don't really need a lot, but usually I find it's better to load up, oops, See, I already got some on there where I didn't want it. Thankfully, it's still wet, so I can just pull it right up. And I just want to take off any excess. The most we can get off, the better. Then we'll get a really nice, clean design left. And then here we go. Peel back and reveal that. So that was actually really nice. The iced coffee was just light enough, especially I think on that blue, that it really brought it up and popped. Now, if you do like a little bit of extra bling, you could definitely add in a little bit of glitter, and that would really make it pop. So you could definitely do that as well. And then we're going to use, I think I'm going to use the lighter color though here for the Live Deeply, because I think I want that to stand out a little bit more. And I'm going to grab my little mini squeegee here. And same thing, just spreading a little dollop. You're probably thinking, Timmy, that's way too much chalk paste. And it probably totally is. But you can see I can pick up the excess. And if I'm not too messy, I can simply just put it right back in the jar. So there is a lot of chalk paste that is in these jars, and they will last a long, long time. So pick your favorite colors and use them and have fun with them, because there are a lot of colors to choose from. Here we go, just pulling up that excess again, like I said. And then here we go. Peel back and reveal. Look at that. I think that's really cute. You know, it's simple, but I think tasteful, and I think it's going to look really great with all the rest of these. Who's Denise? Barbara. Barbara, do you have a friend that joined named Denise? I didn't even see her. So funny, you know. It's hard sometimes to see all these comments. So if I missed Denise and she came on in, welcome. Great to have you here. So there we go. So, you know, we could definitely add more to this, but you know what? I'm kind of liking it really just as is. But we have 2 more boards, so we're going to put this, remember, together in kind of a collage. So I'm going to put that off to the side and let it dry. And then we've got these 2 other boards here. So we've got our 9x12 and we've got our 5x7s, and they can go in either direction. We just have to decide where we're putting what. Now we've got our cute little puffer fish here that looks like he belongs right in there, doesn't he? He's so cute. So we might leave him there for a minute. And then we've got this gorgeous compass, which is really beautiful. And then we've got these words here too. So that might be fun to put in a little bit of words amongst some of the other things that we have here. We've also got this great piece of rope. And you know what? We could even overlap. So we could put this and then put the words over that maybe. I made you want to watch, or Barbara made you want to watch? Either way, I'm glad you're here. Okay, so let's start with this silly fish, I think. He's super cute, I think. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with this second grouping of letters. I definitely think we want to bring in some of these blues, right? Denise, is this your first time watching us? I'm guessing it is. If it is, we're so happy that you're here. We have a lot of fun here every night playing around with chalk. All right, so as I said, this unfortunately is not a color that is available in my chalk store. If you do want to get any of these products that we do have in the store, you can, of course, just head over to my chalk site. And if you want information about how get there, you can definitely just type shop in the comments. I know he's a cute little fishy, isn't he? He's kind of a fat little thing. Kind of feels like me. I feel like a little fat little thing myself right now going on, I gotta tell you. Look at these colors together though. Isn't that a gorgeous palette? Love it, love it, love it. And I think he's really just cute enough to be all by himself. I think we are just going to let him live as he might like. Now you'll see that the letters actually go into the fish area here. So we can either make this all one color, or we can use a little placement tape if we want to kind of keep this separate as a separate color from the rest of him. And we could also use a combination of colors in here and use what we call a hot mess technique. Have you guys ever seen the hot mess technique? I can definitely show you what that looks like. And I think that might be kind of cool, again, to kind of draw in all of these colors. So I am going to grab my placement tape because I'm going to keep these separate. I'm going to put those as a different color. I'm going to let them maybe stand out a little bit on their own, and we're going to do them first. So I'm just going to make sure that I don't get chalk on that little fish area that I don't want it on. That's what the placement tape is there for. It's just going to make sure that I don't chalk on that area. All right, so the question again is, where are we going with this color? I think we're going to use the hot mess. That's me. I feel like I am a hot mess, Denise. So I'm going to use this iced coffee. And again, can easily spread this with these little squeegees here. And if you're worried about this drying before you are ready to move on to your next color, you can just simply pull up this part of the design once you've squeegeed off the excess. And then we can go on to move to the fish. So there we go. We can see that. And then we can just lay it right back down. And now I'm going to take off this little piece of tape because we want to actually be able to get this fish done now. Just want to make sure that it is heared well, and it is. So I think we are going to try a little bit of that hot mess, and it's really simple to do. Denise, who's the hot mess? Barbara? Well, maybe that's why Barbara and I get along so well. I feel like I'm definitely a hot mess too. Especially today. I don't know what is going on, but it was just funny. I had a great opportunity to go and visit with my daughter. I bought her a little hydrangea bush to plant in her yard, and I think maybe a little more blue. Well, there you go. See? And so what I did was I just dotted a few of those colors. I'm gonna, hold on, I'm gonna see if I can give you a little closer view here. There we go. How's that? Look at that. I love this camera. Sometimes it really does behave the way I want it to. And then we're basically going to blend the colors just by mixing those little piles of paste together. Now, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can blend as much or as little as you want. The only thing you don't want to do is put your chalk paste back in your jar, because now you just mixed a bunch of colors. So I'm going to ditch that. And then there he is. He is kind of fun. So that blue, you know, we could have definitely used some of our greens there. And gotten the same effect. So since we didn't use that bright blue by itself, we really had a nice outcome. So even if you love this blue and we don't have it, there's going to be some other blue options we can provide for you to kind of give you a sense. So let's look what we've got so far in terms of how they're matching. Oops, we got to pull this view back out. So here we go. So we've got our Live Deeply, and then we've got our cute little coordinating fish. Kind of got a little glare on the camera angle there. What do you think? He's super cute, isn't he? And it's very easy to do. All right, so we're going to put him aside so he can dry. This, of course, is dry now. So see, I can touch it and it's not going to come off on my hands. It is definitely all set to go. And now all I need to do is put a picture in here and it's ready to give. Maybe even tie it with a little raffia would be really pretty as well to kind of give it a little bit of extra oomph. So there we go. So we've got 2 of our 3 done. And then, of course, we still have our little embellishment that we haven't done anything with yet either. And, of course, we never did anything with our gold either. So many good things to play with. It's hard to figure out which ones to use. Then, of course, we've got this mollusk as well. We can do a chart your course. Maybe with the rope below. Hard to know. Hard to know. Margaret, what do you think? Margaret is awesome. She has, like many of you, have done great things in terms of sharing all of this goodness with your friends. Sorry, you're probably figuring out, what are you doing over there, Tim? You can't see. See, camera angle's definitely getting me in trouble today. So we could do that. I kind of like the prettier print, so I have to say. We could go this way. Anybody have any favorites that they're seeing? Like, Timmy, you should do that. Nobody's helping me out because there's so many good things to play with. We can't decide which one we like the best. Oh, here I go. Lost this guy. This one, which one? Barbara, which one? The compass? That's not helpful, Barbara. So we can't fit it that way. Of course, the other option is we could turn this over. That gives us a little bit more wiggle room as well. Chart on the background. We could just about fit that here and put this down here. Yeah, in all things with the compass, Margaret says. So do we like it on the back or do we want it on the front? We're gonna flip it over here. We'll give you, so this with this, and maybe this will overlap a little. All right, let's try that. Let's go for that. All right, I haven't used this one before, so I am going to give it a little fuzz. And this one, I think we should use the gold. Barbara, we're going to use the gold for you, okay? And Margaret says front. I don't think this is going to fit this way. It will not. So we're going to go this way. And we are going to get this as close to the top as we can. And then this one might overlap a tad, or we could just do this and not put Aristotle. That also might work. All right, so let's go with the gold. Thanks, guys. All right, Margaret says yes, gold. I know, right? The compass feels like it should be gold. I'm with you on that one. All right. And I love this gold shimmer. It's got glitter built in already. So it's going to give it a little bit of a sparkle, but not glittery sparkle like you'd put glitter on it. I do find that when I chalk with our glitter, shimmer, we call them shimmer paste, that they do take a little bit longer to dry than our regular paste. This now, I've had this gold for a long time. It doesn't dry out, and it really does last a long, long time. So although it is a little bit more for the shimmers, you really get a lot of use out of them. And there's only 3 colors of shimmers right now. We only have gold, silver, or copper. So those are the 3 that are available. I had a fun little call today with one of my teamies. Her name, hey Eliza, nice to have you here. She is one of my teammates. She's one of the very first designers who joined my team over 2 years ago now, or almost 2 years ago now. She's also one of the first of my team to promote to a leadership position. So today we had so much fun. We got together, whoops, got a little chunk of paste there. We got together and did a Zoom call to kind of share a little bit about how it is we got into Chalk Couture and why you might want to consider starting a Chalk Couture business during all this craziness. And I know you're probably thinking, Timmy, it's kind of crazy out there right now. But you know what? We are finding that we are getting more and more interest about our Chalk Couture businesses than we ever have. And I think there are more people online, and there are more people with looking for things to do. There are people that are looking for ways to get some extra income. And anyway, so we had a lot of fun kind of being able to share back and forth a little bit about what you can expect if you were to sign up as a designer under our team. And if any of you are interested in seeing that video, just let me know. I can send you a link off to it. I've posted it on my YouTube channel, so we can watch it there. So if you just want to kind of hear a little bit about it and you're curious about what's going on and why April might be a good month to consider it, not only time-wise is it interesting to consider, but also we've got some fabulous promotions going on, including the ability for you to actually earn back your initial $99 investment. This is definitely something that we have never offered before, that Chalk Couture has never, ever offered. So I'm not sure they'll ever offer it again, to be honest, but if you're interested and want to learn more, you just let me know. I'll be happy to share with you how you can learn more. All right, so as I said, this does take a little bit longer. That's why I grabbed my heat gun here. I know, it's so pretty, right? It pops. Let's see. We'll give you a little closer look. Look at that. It's one of the things that I have to say is really cool about our transfers. They are super detailed, and they're so easy to use. You don't have to worry about weeding them. Like if you used to use a Cricut machine to kind of create your own stencils, they're a little bit harder to work with because you have to do a lot of work with them. These are super easy to work with. Now, and if you want to have this, oh, is that Mr. Steve? Mr. Steve, can you bring me the truck full of our raffle winners? I think I left it on my desk. Yay, Steve came. We were hoping he'd come. So I want to make sure this is dry before I put this second layer on it, because I don't want that second layer to pull up what we just did. So we'll let that go, and hopefully he'll find my little truck with my raffles in them, because I Thought I remember bringing it in, but for the life of me can't find them, so I'm guessing it's still in my office. Yay! It was still in my office, and look, our truck is full with possible winners. Remember, we're doing 2 giveaway winners. Matter of fact, maybe since Steve is here, we'll get him to pull the winners. What do you think, Steve? I'm not on camera, so you're not on camera. The only thing they're seeing right now is my project, because my camera angle was a little funky today. It was a little funky. So all they were seeing was kind of like, you know, here down. I need a new desk, people. I've changed my office, but I don't have a desk. So I'm using a folding table, which is not always being my best friend. So I'm hoping that IKEA is going to open up soon so that I can grab the desk that I want. So I'm going to see. Oh, yeah. So here we go. So we're able to put this in. And I will be able to get this on here without worrying about overlapping. The only thing we didn't get was Aristotle. Now we could put Aristotle over here if we wanted to, or we can just let it be. Now I think this is where we bring in the blue, people. What do you think? I don't know what Steve is doing. Steve's checking me out on his iPad, I think.
It's on a delay.
It's on a delay?
Well, what I see is on a delay.
Oh, yes, they're always on a delay. Yes, that's why it's always fun watching our comments. You're probably like going, huh, I'm waiting for you to respond. You're waiting for me to respond. And a few minutes seem to pass in the midst of it all. So here we go. Last color. And then hopefully we'll be able to pull, yes, blue. You're right, Barbara. We're definitely using this gorgeous blue. I think it's going to look really great. And so what do you think? Should we try to do the pillow with the starfish and the fish and the shell in one of our upcoming projects this week? That way we can use our inks and we can kind of see how we can coordinate that all together. If you think we should, say pillow in the comments so I'll know that we should plan that as a project. All right. Because you know, Facebook loves when we all talk to each other. Because that's what this is what Facebook really is all about, right? Look at that. Ah, I think these colors were good choices. What do you guys think? Look at that. All right, so let me see if I can put all of these together so that you can see the different projects we put and how they all coordinate. You probably remember it better even than me, but yay, Tracy says pillow, yay. All right, yes, awesome. I did a Choose Happy pillow for my daughter. She wanted it for her guest room, so I made one of those. I have one in my bedroom. That she said, Mom, I want one of those for my guest room, so that was fun. And that was a lumbar pillow, so this one we'll use a square pillow for. I think it's going to come out great, so we'll definitely do that as a next project. You know, it was really nice to see her. Eliza, thank you. I'm glad you like it. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see if this camera angle is going to behave for us here. I don't know. I'm going to try to make this a little bit. You see a little bit of stuff you don't need to see, but Mr. Steve's going to hand them to me because he's such a good guy. Get this stuff out of the way. So here we go. Here is our... Yeah, hard to see it all. Too many things going on in this area here. You know what? Watch this. If I go crazy here, people, you'll think, what is she doing? Okay, here. Yeah. All right, Steve's gonna hold. Don't hold the button, or you're gonna turn it off. There we go. All right, Steve. Good. Stay right there, honey. Don't laugh. You're shaking the whole camera. So here we go. So I don't know in kind of what order we'd put these all, but I think they would be a really cute little gallery wall, don't you think? Super easy, super fun. And then we've got our little embellishment here that kind of ties it all together as well, right? Same colors, same color family. Super cute, right? All right, well, I hope that when I get to share this in a little nicer way on my page, then we'll see exactly what it looks like all together. But, all right, Steve can go with that. Yeah, they can't see that camera angle anymore. I got rid of it.
Right.
Turn it off there so we don't see it either. And we're going to have Steve come over here, and he's going to come and pick our winners out of the truck. Oh, do you like that? Which one do you like, Eliza? Is it the frame, or is it the whole combination? Or do you like one of the things better than the other? Definitely, it's easy enough to reproduce these, right? Oh, Kathy, thanks for sharing. Awesome. But yeah, let me know. Eliza mentioned a good thing, and that is that I do, and I have started selling some of the items that I've been making. So if you see something that you like and you would like me to make it for you, or if you would like me to send you one of the things I've made, you can just type in shop and I will make sure that you get some info. All right, so Margaret says hello to Steve. So come on in, Steve. He's getting a little closer here. All right, so we've got our truck full, and we are doing, here, we'll try to get Steve in the picture here. Here we go. All right, he's not peeking. Barbara's the compass. All right. Oh, the frame, Eliza. Yeah. So that is a unique one because I only have one. I can't reproduce that, and it is a gift from my mom. Shh, don't tell her. Okay.
Tracy P.
Oh, Tracy, you are our first winner. Yay! She is on. If she's still here, then she is a winner. And Tracy, I'll be in touch with you. Oh, actually, I have your address so I can send you info. Got some happy mail from me.
No way. Margaret.
And Margaret. Yay. Margaret is our second winner. Yay. You guys are awesome. Huh? I know. Lots of great entries. Thank you for sharing the chalk love. Yeah. Awesome.
It's always exciting.
All right. So that's it, guys. I hope you had fun. Oops, I just stepped on the cord and that hurt. I had fun with you all, and I hope you enjoyed this project. It's a little longer than normal. Thanks for sticking around, and I look forward to seeing you later this week. Oh, thanks, Eliza. I hope she'll like it. I think she will. But the other items, definitely easy enough to make, so if you want any of those, just let me know. And or if you want to make them yourself, that's really great too. You can go right to my chalk site, chalkcouture.com/Timmy, and purchase any of these items that you see and make them yourself, which is super fun. So don't discount doing that as well. All right, everybody, until next time, keep an eye out for that pillow later on this week and lots of ideas going forward. Margaret, you're welcome. Our two-time winner, and Tracy. Awesome. It's great to have you both and all of you with us here tonight. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.